Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to this onboarding session. A very big welcome to every one of you. Thank you for being here today. We are excited to kick off this boot camp, and we are so honored to have every one of you here. If you can hear me, please, you can just reply on the chat. You can reply on the chat, can give me some reactions so that I can know that you are with me. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay, thank you so much. I can see Marvelous. Can see Peace. Okay, thank you. I can see Daniel. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want to congratulate every one of you here. You've made the right decision by joining this boot camp, and I want to promise you that you will never regret it. You've chosen to invest in yourself, in your growth, and in your future, and that's the best decision you can ever make. Making yourself a better person. And I want to tell you that this boot camp is not just any other program or any other boot camp. It is a free boot camp, but because it is tagged free doesn't mean it is cheap or it's just any program that you just like can come in and just get certificate and go. What we do here is building people. We make sure that you come in and you don't live the same way. So, and it's a journey where you are going to learn, you are going to connect and build skills. You start your journey here. I'm sure we have people that are pure beginners because the boot camp is basically for people that are pure beginners or people who have a little bit understanding or people that need structured learning. So that is the variety of people we have here, and you are welcome. So before we dive straight into what we have today, I want every one of us to introduce ourselves. You can use the chat. So just like let us know your name and the track that you have chosen. So let us do that really quick. So your name and the track that you have chosen. So let's make that real quick. It's just a way to introduce ourselves to get to know one another. You might have a friend on this call that you don't even know. So while dropping your name, everybody can see. So uh, let's introduce ourselves. Your name, okay? I can see Jude. Jude, you're welcome. Oh, backend development, that is very cool. I can see Eileen, you welcome. Backend, wow. I can see Jedidiah, wow. Backend development, it's like it's only backenders that we have on this call. Okay, I can see Marvelous. Good evening, Marvelous. I can see Otega, sorry, you welcome. Front end development, that is wonderful. I can see Eniola, you're welcome. You're welcome. Front end development, that is very great. I can see Festus, back end development, that is wonderful. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. It's such a great privilege to have great people in this call, and it's going to be an amazing and a wonderful journey. You welcome once again. I'm so excited to have every one of us. Marvelous is also a backender. Let me just you are a backender already. In as much as you've chosen to join this boot camp, we make sure that you become what you really want to be. I can see anointed, you welcome. Front end development, that is amazing. I haven't seen anyone from UI UX. What is wrong? Maybe they maybe they are coming up. So everyone, you are welcome. We are so glad to have you here. So without wasting your time, let me just go straight into what we have today. So we won't be spending much time. So we just have 5 things to do today to welcome every one of us, which I have done. We are going to be introducing ThriveLink to us because ThriveLink is beyond bootcamp, just to like get acquainted with the reason why ThriveLink is existing. We are also going to cover the boot camp to see how the boot camp will run from the beginning to the end, and tips and advice that you need to start well and finish strong. Also, we are going to be having a Q&A session, a question and answer session, where you are going to get all your questions answered. I'm very sure that so many people will have questions, and this is the right time, this is the right place and the right time for you to ask. So you are going to get your questions answered. And also, we are going to be having a few announcements at the end. So these are the things that we are going to be covering today. So as we start, when you are excited, let me see reactions of excitement. When you are afraid, let me see let me see reactions. By I'm very sure every one of us here, we are both. So uh, let me introduce us to ThriveLink. Like I said, ThriveLink is more than just a boot camp. ThriveLink is a community, a vibrant community that is dedicated to like empowering people. That's what we stand for. Our main focus is to transform people. So to stand as the bridge between opportunities and the the skills that people need. So before you can get some opportunities, you have to like uh make some efforts. You have to make some sacrifices, and that is what traveling is all about. We are here to be the bridge to connect people to opportunities. And the truth is, you can't just get opportunities everywhere. You have to like make some sacrifices. You have to do some things to be able to acquire some opportunities. And that is one of the things that you have done already. You've chosen to sacrifice 8 weeks, which is just even the beginning of the journey. So you've chosen to sacrifice 8 weeks, and I'm telling you, if you start on a right note, with a right mindset, with a growth mindset, and you end this boot camp, I want to promise you that you are not going to remain the same. So this comprehensive program is designed basically to make sure that you gain practical uh, skills, and to gain practical experiences and in-demand skills to prepare you for whatever you are going to be meeting in the future. Like we are, like it is said in our flyer, this is just the beginning to kickstart. This boot camp is basically for people who want to start their tech journey in a new track. You might be a front-end developer, but you choose to learn back-end development. So you are already into the tech space, but you just want to like start another track. This is a good opportunity to do that, and you've already taken the opportunity. So traveling is more than a boot camp. We are a community that is committed to ensuring that people do not lack the skills and connection that they need to excel. Because in this our environment, you need skills and connections. And the truth is, skills first. It is what you have that people see. Through that, you get connected to the right people and to the right environments or organizations. And that is what ThriveLink is all about. So our vision is very simple. Our vision is to transform Nigeria into a thriving nation by empowering young and undeserved individuals through technology. So the vision of ThriveLink is focused on Nigeria. We have so many communities like Skill Africa, and so many one of them so many of them rather, that are focused on Africa. But ThriveLink basically is focused on Nigeria. So Nigeria used to be a country that served as a, let me say, an example, or a model for other countries, other African countries. But today we can say that Nigeria has fallen back a little. So but we are here on a mission to transform Nigeria into the giant of Africa that we used to know when we were young. Our parents told us, our teachers in school told us that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. But nowadays we know that Nigeria is no more the giant, but we as the citizen, we can do it by bringing it back to the position of becoming that giant again, and even more than giant. That is our vision, and our mission is very simple. It is still on the empowering. We empower the young people because we believe that we are the future of this country. So we empower the young people and undeserved Nigerians. There are so many people that we can see them as third class citizens. But these people are our focus. They are our focus. People that we think cannot amount to anything. These are the people that can also join us to bring back the glory of Nigeria. So, to empower the young and undeserved Nigeria with tech skills and leadership training, not just the tech skills, but leadership trainings. These are skills that we need aside the tech skill. If you know how to like explore things, to build solutions, to do a lot of things, but you don't have like leadership skills to make things work well, it is a problem, and that's one of the problems we are facing in our country. So leadership trainees that will enable everyone that comes into this community or that pass through this community to drive a great change in governance, in security, and every sphere that needs change in Nigeria. And like I said, we stand as a bridge to fill the gap between talent and opportunities. People have talents, but they are a little bit far from opportunities. Traveling is there to serve as the bridge to connect them to these opportunities. And one of the things that we are working towards is a supportive ecosystem. Like I said, traveling is a community. And you know what a community is? Everyone is in it together. We believe in traveling that we can do everything as one. We can do everything together, and that is why we are a community. And since you are here, we will really love that you join us to make this vision come to reality. So, and our values, they are very simple. Our values is preach. P for passion, R for resilience. Our passion is here to transform Nigeria. We have resilience that no matter what it will cost us, if it is 2 years, if it is 3 years, if it is 40, 50 years, we will make sure that this nation, this country becomes an icon again. Inclusivity is for is the I. We believe that we can do it together without neglecting others or without looking down on some people. We are in it together. Everybody is included. We believe that we can work as one. Collaboration. We believe that when we work together, we can do a lot. And for humility, we know that as we are building ourselves, having tech skills, having leadership skills, we believe that through being humble, we can do a lot of things. If we have skills but we don't have humility, we might not be able to achieve some things. But when we are humble, we'll be able to do a lot of things. And that is just what traveling is all about. That is our focus. We are here to make sure that we, the citizens, we, the young generation coming up, we make this nation great again. And I believe that we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So, going on to our journey so far, traveling is just officially a year old. So, traveling started officially July 12th, 2024. So, we are just 1 year plus, and we are very glad. And even though we are still small, we believe that we can achieve greater things. And we are with the little space of time that we have, we've been able to achieve some things. So we've been able to complete two boot camps. This will make it the third. And from these two boot camps, we already have 50 plus graduates. So we started the first boot camp last year, October, just like we are starting today. So last year, October, we did a Python programming boot camp. That was October 1 last year. Just like we're having an onboarding session now, we had an onboarding session last year. And this year, July, if I'm right, okay, this year, uh, June, if I'm right. So we also had another boot camp where we had 5 different tracks. We had front end development, we had video editing, we had content writing, we had what else am I skipping? We had 5 tracks. We have 5 tracks, and currently we have up to 30 active members. So it is a community, but we still have active members in a community. So we believe that when we come together and the fire keeps burning, we can do a lot of great things together. And that is where Tribe Link is currently. We believe that you joining us, we can do a lot of things. And here you are also part of traveling story already, because we are going to make sure that you get what we have promised you before we started this boot camp. So that is that about Link. If you believe in our vision, I will love that you join us in this great uh commission that we have. So we are going to dive straight into the boot camp, and this is just the boot camp overview. Just like you saw in the flyer, we just have 3 tracks. So we limited it to 3 this time around intentionally, so that we can have a really quick um we'll be able to focus all our resources on 3 major tracks. And looking at these tracks, they they are not these 3 tracks. The combination is not a mistake; it is intentional, because for every website there is always a user interface. There is always, let me just say it like this, there is always a design, a prototype for every website. There is always someone there that will design the user interface and the user experience, which is the front end developer. The UI designer is going to bring out the prototype. The front end developer is going to code it. Then the backend developer will do the logic part, the database and the API. So we intentionally brought these 3 together. So that means by the end of this boot camp, we are in our community, we believe that we work together. By the end of this boot camp, you should be able to connect with people and form a team where you can work together and you can do amazing things together. That is one of our beliefs, and that is why we basically brought these 3 tracks, so that you are, even though we are scattered everywhere, we might not know each other, but we can come together as one to build amazing solutions. That is how we thrive. That is how we thrive. So we just have 3 tracks, and nobody is going to take 2 tracks at a time. So if you notice that when we were sending emails, if you picked both front end and back end, you are just going to either choose one for you, or we send a WhatsApp message to confirm it, whether you want the back end development or front end. So because it is a free boot camp, it is not we don't we are not always lenient, let me put it that way. It is going to be an intensive one. So we believe that you can't do the two together, because classes might be going on at the same time. So you won't be able to join two classes at the same time. It is not a learner paced uh, boot camp. It is timed. So that is why you can only take a track at a time. A track at a time. So that is that about the tracks, and going to the assessment breakdown. So for every single person that has registered and is here on this call today, we expect you to have a maximum score of 100%. So this bootcamp is a certified bootcamp. So that is the maximum that you can get. You can't get more than 100%. But the minimum that we are expecting for you to become a certified candidate is 60%. So that means you must range between 60 to 100. And this is the breakdown. It's just a simple breakdown. So we are going to be having classes, and the class attendance is 10% out of 100. So that means if you miss any class, you can't get up to 100%. If you miss just a class, your 100% will not be complete. If you miss two classes, you know that your 100% cannot be complete. So attendance takes 10% out of 100%. And for the next one, which is the weekly test, so every week, by the end of every week, you are going to be taking tests. It's just a simple quiz to just help us to know how well you are on how well you are doing, so to help us know if you are really understanding what the facilitators or the instructors are teaching you. So that will run from the first week to the sixth week. So every week there will be tests, and this test is taking 20% out of 100. So that means if you miss a test, you can't score 100%. If you miss a test, you are already you are already deducting your score right from the beginning. So I'm encouraging us, don't miss any class, don't miss any test. It is very, very important. Don't forget, you mustn't score less than 60%. You must range between 60 and 100. So the next one is weekly projects. At the end of every week, there will be projects, because like I said, we make sure that we are practical enough. So the only way we can know if you are uh, learning or not, if you are understanding everything we are teaching, is by giving you something to do. So for every week, you are going to be having projects, and there will be requirement for every project, so that you will know what you are expected to do, and you will know how you are going to be scored. So every facilitator will give you projects, and they will give you the requirements. That is the things that they are looking for in your project. If you are missing any requirement, that means you won't be able to score the full mark that is meant for that project. So when projects are being given, if you need to ask questions, please make sure you are asking questions, so that everything will be cleared. It is possible that you score 100%. It is very, very possible. So please make sure you are attentive. Make sure you are attentive. So the last one is the capstone project. So and what is the capstone project? The capstone project is just the overall project. So even though you are going to be doing projects every week, there is going to be another project that is going to rate everything that you have done. So this project, we are going to give you a time frame of 2 weeks to complete the project. So this boot camp is 8 weeks. The first 6 weeks will be teaching and making sure that you understand whatever we are teaching. So the last 2 weeks will be for the capstone project. We are going to give you series of projects. You are going to pick the one that you feel you can do happily, because we don't want to give you just a project so that everybody can do. We are going to give you series of projects that you can do. Just pick one by yourself, read the requirements. If you are able to do them, if you are able to do it, rather, you go on with it. So the capstone project is very, very important. And the most exciting thing about the capstone project is nobody can graduate, or nobody can successfully complete this boot camp without your capstone project. Even if you have 60%, if you have the class attendance, which is 10%, you have the weekly test, which is 20%, and you have your weekly project, which is 30%. That is 60%, we know. But without the capstone project, even though you have to have 60% and above, without the capstone project, you won't be able to get your certificate. That means the capstone project is compulsory. You must, it is a must. You must do it. You have to do it. Without it, we can't really know whether we've been able uh to give you the right things, the right skill, or the right knowledge throughout the bootcamp. That is the most certain way for us to be sure that we have really done a great job. So I'm just putting it to everyone. This is the breakdown of your assessment. We are going to send it to the group so that you can continue to remind yourself every time. And I want to shock you, we have a very automated way of calculating it. We already automated our system. We have an automated system for it. So every week we are marking attendance. Every week we are scoring your test. Every week we are scoring your projects till the end. So, and every facilitator will be reaching out to you. If we notice that you are lagging behind, we are going to reach out to you and advise you on things to do so that you can also catch up. Our joy is that everyone starting this boot camp starts well and finish strong. It will be our joy. We have more than 70 people on that ought to be on this call that were picked. So if 70 people started and finished well, it will be our own joy. So please make sure that you are focused. Make sure that you are consistent. If you need help, that is why we call it a community. The WhatsApp group is there. You can always speak up. You can always ask questions. So going to our communication channel, we have the WhatsApp group. So the WhatsApp group will be used for instant discussions. You can discuss with your peers. You can discuss with your facilitator. If you need any help, you can ask anybody for help on the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is there for you so that you can chat, you can discuss with everyone. But please, while chatting, while discussing, make sure you are respectful. Please make sure you are respectful. Make sure that your discussion is not out of context. So we won't be allowing sending spam messages, like just forwarding adverts into the group. We won't accept that. So please make sure all your discussions, they are not out of context. They are in the context of this bootcamp. Also for the email, we are going to be sending updates through the email. Even though we have the WhatsApp community, this email is intentional. I want to tell you that we ought to have 70 people starting this bootcamp, but unfortunately, not everybody will start. Do you know why? Because so many people did not respond to the emails that we sent. We sent 4 or 5 different emails to everyone that registered. So this email is even one of the first things that we use to detect or to know people who are ready to learn. So some people registered and they never looked back. So why will you register for a boot camp and you won't even look back to check if there is anything that you need to do to move on? So many people didn't check their email, and that is one of the things that has caught our number. So you that you are here, make sure that you are using this opportunity judiciously. Please make sure that you are different from those that didn't read their email. Please. So the email will be the email will be used for official announcements and things that are necessary for you to do. We are going to be sending some reminders also on the announcement group so that everybody we can carry everybody along. And for our The platform that we are going to be using for our classes, we are going to be using Zoom meeting. In one of our emails, we already sent the steps that you need. We told you to create an account so that you'll be able to join all the classes when classes starts. So Zoom meeting is the platform that we are going to be using. So for this Zoom meeting, we are going to be recording every class. So after the end of every class, you are going to be getting the link to watch the class again in case you want to refer back to the classes. So even if you miss any class, you can watch the recording. But I will advise that you don't miss the class because of what? The attendance. So the communication channel is very simple: the WhatsApp group, the email, and Zoom meeting, which is going to be our major channel for the classes. So moving to the class schedules, our classes will be in the evening. So all the classes will be starting in the evening from 7 to 10 p.m. We make sure that we are not exceeding 10 p.m. So the reason why we chose evening is because the demography of everyone that registered, we noticed that the demography uh is 90% or 95% students. So, and we know that evening will be the best time for every one of us, so that we won't be having complaints that people were not around for classes. So that is why our classes are in the evening. So for the backend development, this the first column is for backend development, the second is for front end, and the last column is for UI UX. Don't worry, this timetable will be sent to the group so that everybody can have it in mind. And also, before the before any class, you are going to be receiving updates. You are going to be receiving updates so that you can schedule your day properly. You are going to be receiving um updates. And no, we make sure that our classes do not exceed 2 hours. 2 hours is the max. So our the minimum is 1 hour 30 minutes, and the maximum is 2 hours. So we make sure that our classes do not exceed 2 hours, because 2 hours is a very good time to learn. Anytime exceeding that is too much, we believe. So we make sure that our classes do not exceed 2 hours. We make sure our classes do not exceed 2 hours. So that is that about the boot camp. Don't worry, I know that we have questions. We are going to answer any question that we have. So we are moving straight to meeting our facilitators. So, like, we know that we have 3 tracks, we also have 3 facilitators. So we have the facilitator for the backend development is his name is Abiola John Oluwaseyi, and he's the one speaking to you right now. My name is Abiola John Oluwaseyi, and I'm a certified software engineer. I'm going to be taking the backend development, and I'm sure that you've gone through the projects, the program guide rather. So for all our tracks, we made program guide so that everybody will know what they are going to be doing during the boot camp. So for the front end, for the back end development, you are using Django framework for the back end. So I want us to meet our front end development facilitator, in who is one of our community members also. So his name is Victor Oluwapelumi. He's a full stack web developer. So he's a respected developer. Myself personally, I respect him. He's a respected person, and I'm very sure that you are going to enjoy his class. He's a very nice person. he's he's here on this call. He's here on this call. So, Mr. Palumi, please, can you just unmute your mic and just say hello to us? Let us hear your beautiful voice. All right, thank you so much for. So that is our facilitator for front end development. So he's a very jovial person. You will enjoy his class. I promise you that you will enjoy his class. So for our UI UX design class, we are going to be having Mr. Odewale Kehinde, who is going to be taking the UI UX class. Is a professional UI UX designer. Is one of my organs too. I really respect him. I don't know if he's on this call. Mr. Kehinde, please, if you're on this call, please can you unmute your mic and say hello to us? All right. I guess he's not with us. So every one of them, we unpicked them because we know that they know what they are going to teach. You know, there is difference between knowing something and being able to teach. So these people are they know what they are going to teach and they know how to teach it. So I'm very sure that you are going to enjoy their class. So please make sure you stay focused throughout the boot camp. I want to urge us to do that. So these are our facilitators, and I won't move on without letting us know that we also have the co-facilitators or the assistant facilitators also. So we have these three facilitators, but we are going to be having uh co-facilitators too. These people will be assisting our facilitators. So in case you have any issues, in case you have questions, if the facilitator is not around, the co-facilitators or the assistant facilitators will be there to help you, and they are also on this call. Please, we are on this call. Just you can unmute your mic and say hi to them. You get to know them very well on your group. Everybody, we've sent an invite to you so that you can join. In case you are not on the WhatsApp groups, please check your emails. We've sent the link to your WhatsApp groups. So please, if you are not on the WhatsApp group, make sure you join. That is where you are going to be able to communicate with your facilitators and with your peers. So, with everything being said, I've said a lot of things, and I'm very sure that we will have a lot of questions. So, if you have any question, this is time for you to ask. So, I want you to scan this barcode, this QR code. Just scan it. It is going to take you to Slido. So you can ask your question there. And if you don't want to go to Slido, you can simply ask your question in the chat so that I can answer. So I've said a lot of things, and I'm very, very sure that we are going to have questions. So please, in few minutes, let's ask our questions. I'm going to wait for a few minutes. So scan the code and ask your questions or drop it in the chat. So let's do that really quick. I'm waiting for us. All right, I'm seeing some questions here already. Let me check Slido as well. I've not seen any question yet on Slido. Please, you can scan the barcode and ask your question. So let me start from here. So for the editors that you are going to use, You don't need to. I'm not going to be answering that question. So the question will be answered by your facilitators. So your facilitators will answer all those questions. So all these questions you can ask them on your group. Your facilitators will be there to answer you. For the backend developers, which I'm going to be taking the class, uh currently the uh the best option or the best editor to use currently is just Visual Studio Code, VS Code. So and this editor is the best for us to use because of some plugins and some extensions that are on it. So for the backend developers, you are going to be using VS Code. So I don't know for the front end. So please, if you have any this kind of questions, you can throw it to the group. Your facilitators will be there to answer you. So I can only answer for the backend development because I'm the one taking it. So someone is asking, I registered for both front end and back end. You mentioned earlier that we shouldn't take two. So what can I do now? So like I said, you can't do two together. So you have to pick just one. So I will advise that you message the admin on the community group. So on the community group, you will the person that has been sending message repeatedly. So just message him and explain to him that you registered for two, and make sure you tell him precisely what you are going to be taking. You can't take two together. It is not possible. We don't allow that because we know how tasking it will be, and we don't want you to like be doing two things together, and at the end of the day you won't be able to achieve none. So message him and tell him what you really want to do. But if you need advice, you can also ask him to advise you on which one you should pick in case you don't know which one you should pick. So just message him. He's going to reply. He's also on this call. He can hear as I'm saying. So you can message him now. He's going to reply you, or after this meeting. So for the attendance, somebody is asking for the attendance. I might not be available due to school. So like I said, this boot camp, the only way you can learn is through the facilitator. We don't have any automated system for like learning. So you must be in the class to know what we are teaching. So but in case you miss any class, you are going to get the recording to every of the classes so that you can rewatch. But I advise that you should be in the class so that you can ask questions. So that is why these classes are in the evening, not in the afternoon, and not in the morning. So please try as much as possible to attend every of the classes. 7 o'clock is not too late to start a class, and it is not too early. Please make sure you attend the classes. That is why we fixed evening. So another question I'm getting, I registered for backend, but the issue is 7:30 is kind of choked cause of work. Okay, that is a personal question for me. So 7:30 is too early. I intentionally picked 7:30 because I don't want us to be taking too much time. So if 7:30 is too early, at least you should be able to join any classes between 7:40 to 8 o'clock. So just make sure you are attending each class. Like I said, every of the classes will be recorded. So even if you don't join the class early, you can still rewatch the classes. But I will advise that you should, as much as possible, attend the classes early. Like I said, I'm the facilitator, so I might decide to mark attendance immediately I start the call. I might decide to mark the attendance in the middle, or maybe at the end of the class. So because I said your attendance is very, very important. So I can't say 7:30 is too early. If it is 7, I can say 7 is early, but 7:30 is pretty much uh, a considerable time. So, but even if you won't be able to be joining by 7:30, you should be able to join before 8 o'clock. Before 8 o'clock, because the class will just be 1 hour 30 minutes or 2 hours. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question. So for Ortega, he said, will the classes hold every day from Monday to Saturday? So classes won't be holding every day. Your classes will just be 4 days in 7 days, just 4 times in a week. So like I shared with us, if you check the timetable, you can see that backend is only appearing 4 times. One on Sunday, one on Monday, one on Thursday, and one on Friday. For the front end, one on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday, and one on Saturday. For the UI UX, one on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Friday, and one on Saturday. So your classes are just 4 times in a week. So you won't be having classes every day. Why? Because we want you to have your own space to practice what you have been taught. So because you can only get better by doing. So you have 3 days to yourself to practice. So I don't know if I've answered your question. The classes are running from Monday to Friday, but just Monday to Saturday rather, but just 4 times in a week. Just 4 times in a week. So do we still have any questions? Let me check Slido if you have questions already. Okay, I have 2 questions here from Slido. All right. This person is asking, is the class focused only on basics or will we also touch advanced topics later? So this question, we've already answered it, how we sent the program guide to every one of us so that we can check. So we are starting from the basics to the point where we are certain that you can continue this journey yourself. 8 weeks is not enough for you to learn a whole skill, not skills like back-end development, front-end development, and UI UX design. 8 weeks is not enough. But we are going to treat topics and important things that we are going to be sure of, that at the end of these 8 weeks you will be able to continue by yourself. So we are starting right from the basics. I don't know if others are touching the advanced topics in front end development or in UI UX. But for the back end development, we are starting right from the basics to the intermediate. 8 weeks is not enough for you to learn everything. It's not enough. But we are going to make sure that you have the right skills and you are confident enough to continue on your own. That is what we are going to make sure you have. So another person is asking, what topics will be covered in the front end class? HTML, CSS, JavaScript frameworks. So this is also the same question. We have sent the program guide. Please, if you have not checked, I will kindly ask that you check your emails. Check your emails. We've shared the program guide with you, the back-end development, the front-end development, and the UI UX. Please go and check the guide. These questions have been answered. Please check the guides. But you are going to be learning HTML, everything you need to know about HTML, everything you need to know about CSS, so that you can style your the structure, which is the HTML, and the necessary things you need to know on JavaScript, so that your website can be interactive enough in the space of 8 weeks. So please go and check the guide. All these questions have been answered there. So please do well to check the guide. So do we have any more questions? Do we have any more questions? This is 7:54. I can't even accommodate any more questions. But please, if you have any question, you can share. You can ask on your group. Your group is open for discussions. Please ask questions. Your facilitators will be there to answer your questions. Your facilitator will be there to answer your questions. So thank you everyone that has asked one or two questions. So these are the answers to your question. If you have any more questions, please, we are always available to answer. For every admins of the group, you can ask them the questions, or you can ask generally on the group so that they can answer. So moving straight to the announcement, today is the first day, which is the boot camp which is Wednesday. But we are not going to start our classes immediately. So our classes will start officially on Monday. So you have the space of time, I think 4 days. If I'm right, you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days to prepare yourself. So every of the classes will be starting by Monday. And the second thing is, for every classes that will be happening outside the official schedule, like I said, you are just going to be having classes 4 times. But sometimes, if the schedule, if the facilitator won't be available for a particular day, you are going to get a notice as early as possible so that you can reschedule. Let's say, as the one taking backend development, if I won't be available on a Monday, I will tell everyone that okay, we are not going to be having our class on Monday, so let us reschedule. I'm going to share another day with us. So if any class is going to be happening outside the schedule, you are going to get an update on it. You are going to get an update on it. So there are possibilities that classes may not go as scheduled for a particular day, but you are going to get an update if anything like that is going to happen. So another thing is question. Like I said, if you have any question or you need any clarification, please feel free to ask. The admins will be there to answer your question, please. And I will advise that you are asking these questions on the group. So many people might have the same question that you have, so the facilitator will be able to answer the questions at once, or the co-facilitators, they'll be able to like answer the questions at once so that everybody can understand. And also, like I said, our communications should be focused on the boot camp and should be a respectful one. Please make sure you are not disrespecting anybody in your group. You are sending messages, make sure it is a respectful one. Please, I beg you, do not disrespect anyone in your discussions. Please be respectful. And lastly, we do this every time we hold any boot camp. We always encourage every of our learners that they make a commitment. So as human being, we've realized that we do well to impress other people when they know what we are capable of doing, or when they know what we want to do. So I want to challenge every one of you today that you make a commitment. Let everybody know that you are starting something impressive and something important today. Let them know that you've committed yourself to learn for the next 8 weeks. So you can make a post on Twitter, you can make a post on Instagram. So our accounts are there. You can easily tag us so that we can see, and we repost so that people can see that you have chosen to focus on learning and you've chosen to improve yourself. So you can tag us, you can use these hashtags so that you can quickly discover. You can use tribe underscore links, can use tribe with us, and you can tag our account, which is tribe underscore links. So please make a commitment. So when people know that you are doing something, you will be it helps you to be accountable. So even if you want to even if you are feeling a little bit low because you've shared that you are learning something and you are going to be sharing your progress, you will push yourself to do more. So not just today, as you are learning new things, let people know what you are learning so that they can share with you and they can follow your progress. So everyone, It's such a great privilege to have you on this great journey that we are starting today. Like I said, you are not going to regret it. You have made the right decision. Thank you, everyone, for choosing to learn with Strive Link. We are so happy to have you on this journey with us. Thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. See you all on Monday. Don't forget, if you have questions, please ask. Good night, everybody.